Welcome to another advanced lyricism class of just more exploration and, of course, finding real wisdom that actually exists. Today, we're looking at Braille books and, basically what I think about them and how fast we can learn. Really what we're trying to learn is, a faster way to learn and, the basics of, a lot of things that I'm discovering are just really basic things that anyone can figure out. One thing I figured out, which is, kind of irregular, is that learning Braille is kind of difficult. And I tried to kind of teach myself, how to learn it. And I took all the alphabet and put it here. And, as me, I want to reverse engineer it in order to learn it, because that's the easiest way to learn, because accidents obviously, are planned. There's no way that you can have, an accident if you didn't actually did something, so, in my little thing. So here's what we're figuring out is that here's our reverse engineering over here. And I didn't finish it because I got lazy and I put a note here, so that means it's enough for me to absorb probably. But anyway, I think that probably a good place to start would be actually figuring out, how this turns you on in order to touch it, because there's really no other reason to sit here and put your hand on something and feel it if your eyes are closed and there's no perversion. It has to come from somewhere, and the body has to feel it. It can't just be that you're learning so you can get more wrinkles. It's just completely bullshit. And, I tried to learn and I tried to figure this out, and I could feel it, but all I'm feeling here is basic moles, looking at, ballerina feet. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but, the tops of the toes, has these huge, dots on each part, and I mean, you could almost have ballerina hands, if you could do handstands ballerina, but I mean, you'd have these little dots on your fingers. I think that would be something that would be prominent, has to do with gripping. Also, the fact that all these books are female books, and it's always about a woman, and it's always, I can't read, I need to touch something to feel. It was also invented by a man, so to me, basic logic is that, a man invented that, just for that purpose. And, I'm not really female, so I don't think it would be as useful if it was me learning what this is. And, that's about it. I mean, it's not really that much interesting, and, I'm sure there's a lot to get out of it, but probably the obvious least interesting thing about it is the fact that it looks like cities and people, and I mean, if it really has any form of other thing being said, it's probably just patterns of people walking, what they would be doing, and just things about other information that we would think that would be necessary if we can only feel these little dots, but if I'm that good at reading, I should just be able to feel it and know, I mean, it shouldn't be I just have to go by each line, because someone's going to make me correct it, and it's going to be a completely perverted teacher, and they won't want me to actually learn anything, because I can mess up.